First of all, I would like to thank the MC for making me an honorary doctor. So without doing anything much, I become a doctor. Extremely thankful to you. Well, I can see that the auditorium is literally overflowing. And even before we entered the auditorium, the number of people in the auditorium and the number of people outside the auditorium, I think they matched. So that probably explains the popularity of our guest, and who doesn't need any introduction. And please give a big round of applause to Mr. K. Annamalai. In the auditorium, I was just having a quick glance, and there are a few of his old colleagues also who have come to listen to him. Anyways, so not that he needs any introduction, but from a perspective, if you look at the way things normally progress in politics, a person becomes a leader after very long struggle. But here we have a rising star in politics who has made his mark within a very short span of time and is captivating the way the Indian politics actually is moving forward and the direction that it is taking. And we have also seen the fact that the way he goes about his business in a very serious manner, and how he has taken upon the role and responsibilities of leading a major political party in a state like Tamil Nadu, and the kind of impression that he is making with his audience and with the people around. So, coming to the topic for today's discussion, that is democracy and democratic governance. India, by population, is one of the largest, in terms of democracy, is one of the largest in terms of population. And from the time of our first elections in 1951 to the general elections, we have seen a whole lot of generational shift that's happened in terms of how our democracy has progressed. So how would you define democracy and democratic governance in the context of India and your home state, Tamil Nadu?
Firstly, thank you so much, sir, for having me here. It's a great pleasure to participate in the Mangalore Lit Fest. Each year it is growing very big. You're getting some of the best speakers here, and Mangalore, of course, has got some of the best knowledgeable people in the world and very smart people, and I think it's a privilege to come here and talk. It's slightly a question which I want to give more emphasis to the word called democracy. I just finished a course in Oxford. I spent about 3 months there in a fellowship, and everywhere I go, the first question I hear from people is, oh, democracy is backsliding in India. You look at the press index score, it is going down. You look at this index, that index. So 3 months, most of my time went in defending in Blood Atlantic School of Government and different places to tell them, first you don't understand Indian democracy. For any Western person who's looking at Indian democracy, so we have 250,000 gram panchayats where there is a direct democracy, 250,000. So every 5 years, a group of people in a village, we select who should be our village headman, a panchayat leader. And we have 4,041 municipalities where we elect every 5 years. We have 4,120 member of legislative assemblies. Like our Captain Brijesh Chota, we have close to 543 member of parliament. It's a very unique exercise. And anybody outside our country can never understand how deep-rooted democracy here is. And also the breadth of democracy. And if you look at an MP in UK, he has got an average voter of 1,20,000. An MP in France is 1,10,000. An MP in India, an average voter is 25,70,000. So we are 25 times more in terms of breadth. For example, the House of Commons in UK has got 650 MPs. Such a small country, 8.5 crore, like Tamil Nadu's population. Each MP is 1.1 lakh. So Western people, we need to spend that extra time to tell them, look, India is always democratic. Democracy is in a fabric. But what we are trying to prove, sir, what the current government, what Mr. Modi and everybody are trying to do, in a democratic space, the country can grow. That's very important, sir. Normally, if you look at the great tiger economies, Singapore, Taiwan, or the China's growth in the last 25 years, In the last 50 years, you take all the great countries that has grown in the world, no country is democratic. So we are the first country who's breaking this myth as a democracy we can grow. In 1985, sir, if you take the year, India's per capita GDP and China's per capita GDP were the same, $295. Both were same. An average Indian $295, an average China $295. China is almost hitting $10,000 now. They're about 4.5 times more than us. So 1985 to 2025, if you compare 40 years, China has grown 4 times bigger than us. We are a 4 trillion, they are 18 trillion. Now people tell us, look, China has got something right. I keep telling them, no. In democracy, the way you grow, it is not easy to just grow. Sorry, sir, I'm taking long answer to your first question because I want to set a context. China wanted to build a dam called Three Gorges Dam, Yangtze River. They want to displace 12 lakh people, 458 villages, 14 towns. They did it in 8 years. For us to build a Sardar Sarovar Dam, displacing 1 lakh people, it took 65 years. So democracy inevitably has got a lot of challenges. You take everybody along. That too in a country like federal democracy, there is a state, there is a country, there is a language problem. Half the time there is a fight. So that is why India's democracy is very, very peculiar. It is very unique to India. And we are very happy to be a democratic nation. Anybody trying to judge from outside, I only tell them that probably you don't know Indian democracy. Thank you, sir.
So given that you said that we face a lot of challenges in terms of maybe a geographical diversity or linguistic diversity, but still to make this nation function, so what do you think are the key drivers that actually keeps the nation moving forward?
A sense of belonging, sir. Even if I don't speak a language my friend in Nagaland speaks, even if I don't speak a language an Assam friend speaks. But since this is a very unique country in the world where with a sense of belonging, we are still functioning. I still remember the House of Commons debate when they wanted to bring the Independence of India Act, when UK wanted to bring it. Winston Churchill very famously said, India is a country that is a country like a line as an equator. And this country will break in no time. The argument Winston Churchill gave us, so much diversity, so much language, plurality, there's no way this country is going to hold together. But we have proven them wrong after 75 years that we can hold together despite not overt commonality. If there is a Naga brother and sister or a Tamilian person wearing a dhoti, speaking a different language, food is different, everything is different. But there is a sense of belonging that this is a very unique Bharat civilization, it's a very unique space. And there is something that is binding all of us together. And this country is not a democracy that was just created, sir. It was there democratic for a long, long time. Even 1947, when you became democracy, it is 17 provinces, 584 principalities they came together. So there is a unique spirit behind it. That is what we keep telling Bharatiya spirit. That spirit believes no matter what, we living in this particular space have a way of life. There is an Indian way of life, which we call the Hindu way of life. Immediately the Western audience will have a confusion. And the moment we say Hindu, they say, no, it's a religion. They don't even understand Hinduism is a way of life. Hindu way of life, which is along with nature, because our civilization goes with nature. We respect human beings as equal as an animal, even beings which can't speak. So this is the uniqueness about our country that keeps the democracy ticking, sir. Number two, and this country always finds a way to overcome a challenge. When there is an emergency for 18 months, this country will find a way to overcome it. And people will come together. When there is Mahatma Gandhi, people will come together. Jai Prakash Narayan ji, people will come together. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, people will come together. When there is Narendra Modi, people will come together. They could be from some state, some language they'll speak. No connection to some state, but people will march behind them. So in India, this kind of movements, what happened in 2014, Mr. Narendra Modi's election is not an election, sir. It is a movement. The whole of country participated in a movement like the Dandi March. They said, we need a change. We need a powerful person who can take the country forward with a vision. It's a movement. It happened in a democratic process. It did not happen like anything. It happened in a democratic process. So leaders will come, sir. Every 20 years, we get some Purushottama, some Mahatma from part of this country, who will keep uniting us by a common motto, keep taking us forward.
So when you say a movement, democracy is also about the simple fact of democracy. It's a game of numbers. So do you think that in the current setup, since numbers rule, we have an idea that since I have the numbers, it's either my way or the highway. So is that the kind of feeling that we get when you look at the way things are moving in the in the larger context?
So I think the current Prime Minister has broken that norm. Meaning, normally it is a numbers game. I still remember when the state to which I belong, DMK, when they had 40 MPs in 2004, in 10 years they almost had 14 ministers from one state with 40 MP. They had lot of power portfolios with them, surface transport, telecommunication, chemicals and fertilizers. They said, look, I have numbers, give me this. Or some party like Mamata Banerjee from West Bengal, she said, I have numbers, give me railways. Or somebody said, I have 20 MPs, you give me this. So I keep telling this in Tamil, it was like a human body was divided like how a butcher divides an animal. Somebody said, I have 20 MPs, give me liver. Somebody said, I have 15 MPs, give me heart. Somebody said, I have 9 MPs, give me on leg, give me on hand. So we saw a country that was completely dysfunctional. And the first thing those people thought is, okay, what can I do for my state? The railway minister's first job was to open a railway station in their hometown. The aviation minister's first job was to open an airport in their hometown. But Modi ji has disproven this theory in 2014. First time in Indian democracy we are seeing that even a state like Tamil Nadu was not contributing much in terms of MP, 2014 and 19, even in 2024. But Tamil Nadu per capita you compare, it almost got 10 years 11 lakh crore, which is equivalent to any state what it should get. Karnataka gave 25 MPs, now it gave 18, 19 MPs. So first time we saw a government that started treating everybody equally, be it a distant part of Nagaland, be it Tamil Nadu, be it Punjab. First time we saw a government that said, look, everybody is important, everything is important. We value you giving us more MP. At the same time, we will make sure wherever the development needs have to go, we will not just look at numbers as a game. That is very important. That is why they say the route through Delhi always goes through UP. Because it has got 80 MP, such a big state, and they decide more prime ministers from that. So Modi ji has broken it not once, not twice, for the third time. That everybody will have a sense of belonging, that it is not a numbers-based game. Because if you look at things, and any of my Western friend tells me that Indian democracy is dysfunctional, I keep telling them, look, we have 64 crore voters who voted. 90 crore voters were there, 64 crore voters voted. That percentage is 66.1%. America, the recently concluded the election where Trump won, the total voting was 63.8%. UK, where the economists and everybody keeps talking about Indian democracy, in the last elections, 59.8. That is their participation. The major economy, the highest participation happened in Germany, which is 76%. So India, among the democratic countries, we are number 4 in terms of voter participation. Very high, sir. America around 63.8, England at 59, we are at 66.1. Germany is at 76. So this country is not only big, but people participate. That is very important, sir. If you look at UK, in the 2023-4, the just completed elections, the voting percentage dropped down by 7% to previous 2019. 7% drop. Because people said, look, unstable government, you have changed 3 prime ministers. I will not trust you. Why should I come and vote? No motivation. But in India, we have proven such a big country with language, dialect, everything different. Still, the participation is number 4 in the world. That is why I keep telling it's a thriving democracy. Though it's a numbers game, though it's a numbers that still decide, but being Mr. Modi there sitting in Delhi, he's looking at the whole landscape very differently. That gives a lot of encouragement to states like Tamil Nadu or a Punjab or a Nagaland or an Assam or a Jammu and Kashmir.
So is this a fact that numbers, even though they are important, the fact that we have a prime minister who looks at the entire India as one makes our democracy more vibrant and thriving?
So what happened, sir? I still believe a former UN Secretary General, there was on Boutros Ghali, he made a very famous statement. He said, poverty anywhere is a threat to prosperity everywhere. So poverty anywhere is a threat to prosperity anywhere. If we get into this mode of development, which is urban centric, or regions which has given me 20 MPs or 25 MPs, more money will go there. If we get into that mode, what will happen, sir? One part or the other states will start rebelling. Because DMK till 1963, they wanted Tamil Nadu to be away from country. Till 13th Amendment came, DMK felt Tamil Nadu should be a separate country, should not be a part of India. Till 1963, when Government of India brought the 13th Amendment and said any political party that is talking of secession, you will lose your right to contest election, then DMK said, no, we will exist within India, but still we have problem. So that is the current template they operate. So Punjab is also the same, Northeast was same, sir. So I believe unless we have a holistic model in democracy, which we don't very parochially look at how Congress was looking for 10 years. If you look at the growth pattern of Congress 10 years, very clearly you can plot out more MPs, more money, less MPs, no money. That will only create a breaking in their force. So I think Modi ji is looking at it very differently, more money to states, and anybody who keeps telling me the government is getting centralized, they have to understand when Modi ji took over as India's Prime Minister, the money that was coming to the state was 32% of the total collection. Now after Modi ji became the Prime Minister, it is 42%. The next Finance Commission report is due in December 2025. It might be more than 42%. Now 42% of money is being channeled back to the state. State is getting more money, twice, thrice of what Congress was getting, a different sector. So that is why I'm very confident Indian democracy will not only continue to thrive, it will encourage a lot of youngsters who are sitting here to become champions of our democracy.
Now that you've mentioned youngsters, do you think Indian youngsters are actually participating in democracy in the manner in which they ought to?
A positive and a negative view on this question, sir. I personally believe if there is an Indian youngster sitting here, young boy, young girl who's sitting here, who's below 35, young is at heart, sir. Even 60 you are young and 50 you are young, sorry. I don't want to call you wrongly by doctor, same way I don't want to call you wrongly by age. And whatever age you are young at heart. But the point I'm trying to convey here is, sir, if there is anybody who's young, they should know some details about Indian democracy. Many people believe democracy is 5 years once. I go to a polling booth and there I stand in queue. I take it as a burden in a hot sun in Mangalore, going there, voting and coming. So they have to say democracy is a 5-year everyday engagement. For example, I was coming, sir, I came late only because there was a severe traffic jam just before entering Mangalore because they are putting a road on a Saturday in the peak time Saturday. So the whole traffic is blocked for 45 minutes. So democracy is about we telling the MP who's sitting here, because we have to bring it to his knowledge, or an MLA who's here, to tell, can the road putting thing can be done at 2 o'clock in the night, can be done at 3 o'clock in the night. So that in the daytime, no, unless we tell them, how will they know, sir? It is an engagement. So every time we think, okay, somebody will tell somebody, somebody will tell somebody, nobody will tell anybody, end of the day. So it is like, so the only appeal to youngsters is, you keep engaging. When you have very professional people who are public representatives, you just have to engage. It's an everyday process, sir. And second, they should actively participate in debate and discussion. It's a house full. The topic is democracy and democratic governance. Very surprising. A lot of youngsters have turned up because they want to understand how many times Indian constitution is amended, what is emergency, what is this, what is that, what is Modi ji's vision, is one country, one election good for our country? So this kind of topic should evoke curiosity among the child. Sorry. They should not see this as boring, heavy topic, academic topics. I'm not getting any interest in it. That is why in Tamil Nadu you see, sir, when a big actors, for example, Mr. Vijay, when his movie gets released, trailer, it hits 1 million in minutes. 1 million, it's just minutes in Tamil Nadu. Minutes it hits 1 million. For us, YouTube, you see some Tamil song, it is 140, 150 million views. I don't know, 150 million views. But a hardcore subject you want to push 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 views in the same time is very tough. So sometimes you also need to get our priorities right. For the youngsters, my appeal is, you should deliberately participate all 5 years, all the time, so that every day you learn, you improve yourself. Whether you participate in politics or not, that is different, sir. Politics is secondary. But participating in democracy is a fundamental duty, is what I would say, sir.
Do you see more Annamalais, or we have a young MP here also? So do you think the emergence of people like you will also motivate the youth to not just dabble in the democratic systems, but also possibly consider a role in politics and try to bring about a change?
Sir, as I said, 250,000 gram panchayat. I keep telling people that the best way to make change is to become a panchayat president. That's the best way to make a change. And you have close to 2,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 vote. You are born in that area. You are young, 30, 35. You need not give 24/7. For example, the captain, the MP who's our MP in Mangalore has to give lot of his time. Every day is available. Delhi, session, half the time here, party work, Bangalore. So a panchayat president is not called anywhere, sir. He's only there. And 90% of panchayat money is directly getting into their account now, which the new, after the 1991 Act. So you have 250,000. People should not look at so-called the TV things. Oh, captain comes in TV, or Annamalai comes in TV, or somebody comes in TV. But many a times it is the silent work that happens behind that scene. In a panchayat is where the change happens, sir. And I keep telling people, look at panchayat as an option. Oh no, sir, I'm an IT engineer. How can I contest as panchayat president? I tell them only then you should contest as panchayat president because you're educated. Do one term in panchayat, local body governance, understand it. Then probably 1-2 years role, then you become an MLA if you want to take a political role. So I think the key is to motivate our youngsters to look at panchayat as an option where they can serve well, sir. Because it is more accountable. A lot of money is going there. That is a fundamental change you can bring. Because you have 250,000 spaces there, 250,000. And second, sir, I would say, they have to understand politics is, in India, it's more like a boxing game. It is not a neat professional sport. And abusive, attacking, defamation, everything is part of the game. And I think yesterday Mr. Modi ji was talking in a podcast and he differentiated two things. Being a politician is different from being an elected member. Being an elected member is something different. But somebody thinks, okay, I'm standing for an ideology. There could be people here. I am standing for an ideology. I want to become a part of a political process. Then they should be prepared for the hard road ahead. There's nothing simple. It is a hard road, sir. And that needs a lot of willpower. And now in this age and time, what is happening, sir, is we immediately get upset when somebody speaks bad about us, somebody abuses us. Social media, you say, somebody will put a comment. I still remember my young colleagues in the party, they'll say, Anna, I said this, you see negative comments have come. I say, are you that jobless to go and read the comments who are putting, what is it putting? You take it as a thing. There are bots. People do it every day. People have companies who do it. So youngsters have to keep a very clear mind, sir. Very important in politics. And they have to look at very long, not short. 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. Because Modi ji, if you look at it, till the age of 51, he was not even a panchayat president. But he kept the vision long. Pracharak, 35, he became Gujarat organizing secretary. 16 years later, at the age of 51, he became chief minister. Then 64, he became the prime minister. Now he's on. So the Modi ji's best time is after 60. That is his best time. And now youngsters have this problem where everything needs to happen very young. And they have to be patient, long-term view. Moment I think they have this in mind, I think they should be okay, sir.
India recently welcomed the first child of the beta generation. So do you think the country is ready for the transition from maybe the millennials, from the Gen Z to Gen Alpha? So are we ready for this entire transitional shift that's happening in terms of our demography, in terms of our demographic dividend?
I'm happy you asked this question, sir, because India is going through a very unique demographic shift which no country in the world has seen. The Americans post-World War II, they saw a baby boomer generation which drove the economy like anything. India, multiple things are happening at multiple levels at the same time, which no country has gone through, sir. We have the largest number of Gen Z in the world here. And when somebody says you go to work on a Sunday, people get angry. When somebody says you go to work more than 8 hours, people get angry. Rightfully so, that individual opinion, sir. So social media, you see, no. L&T chairman is right, Mr. Subramaniam. Sunday, whether you will sit at home, watch your husband or wife, what are you doing at home, come and work. And L&T had to officially issue a statement yesterday because it's a Gen Z which is driving the internet and social media. That is one side. Other side, India is also going to have the largest number of people above the age of 60 in the next 15 years. It's a graying population also, though we are young. But Tamil Nadu is not young, sir. We have just crossed the demographic dividend. We just finished it. BR is entering into it. So we are just graying. We are becoming slightly older state. Simultaneously, you are having the largest young population. Simultaneously, you are going to have the largest old population. So both their thinkings are very different, sir. Simultaneously, you are having the largest middle class in the world, which we are calling the name called neo-middle class, emerging middle class, probably $3,500 per annum there. So you have the simultaneous rise of middle class, simultaneous largest number of Gen Z, next 15 years, largest number of old people possibly in the world. So this is a challenge for any country, sir. Any country in the world is a challenge. Because the old people, our mothers and fathers, their needs are completely different. All they want is a good park to walk, clean air, a good health thing, public transport. Gen Z needs a stable working hour, 8 hours, social life, not too much Saturday, Sunday kind of work. Middle class wants to become more richer. They want to work more. So it's a challenge, like you said, the policies that we bring. That is why you see Modi ji goes in a podcast also, because there is Gen Z. Modi ji does traditional politics also. There are people like you and me. At 73, he's straddling all three. He's here, next day he's here, next day he's there. So that Gen Z is saying, oh, Modi ji belongs to me. People like you and see, oh, Modi ji belongs to me. He's the only political leader probably in the world who's straddling. So I hope and pray that he completely knows where exactly the country is heading and individual needs of this generation, sir.
What role do political parties play in actually promoting democratic systems and democratic governance? So is it their role to drive it, or is it everyone's business to be a part of it?
Sir, any of my friend who is here, whenever they make a tour to Tamil Nadu, they come to Chennai, my only request to them is they should take a 90-kilometer tour towards Kanchipuram. There is a place called Uttaramerur in Kanchipuram. There is a place called Uttaramerur. And the reason I'm mentioning this place, Uttaramerur, is 1,250 years back, 1,250 years back, Parantanka Chola, in inscription, he mentioned what is a democracy, what is a village democracy, how a democracy should function. In an inscription around the temple. In that, very detailed he goes. In a village, how election should happen. What kind of people are eligible to contest in that election. What is a sin in a democracy? When you make a mistake after getting elected, how will people recall you back? This is 1,250 years back. In Uttaramerur, it is there. So I believe democracy, end of the day, is more a local collective thing, sir. Political parties are there. Political parties might think short term, might think long term, might be a combination of both. It is people at the bottom, like a village council, Gram Sabha, ward, apartment complexes, association. They should have a spirit. It is my area. It is my place. I have to keep it clean. I should segregate my waste. And somehow in our country, what has happened, sir, we always want to have an authority to tell us what to do. I will fine you, so please keep your garbage clean. So they'll fine so that. So Mangalore consistently ranks one of the best Swachh Bharat cities in the world because of the nature of democratic process at the ground level. Mangalore is very unique. Dakshin Kannada is very unique when compared to the rest of Kannada, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu because here people are very self-sustaining. Grama Devata, Bhutakola. It is all very organized. VIP culture is not there. Even a cinema star comes in Dakshin Kannada, nobody bothers for a selfie. And this is a very unique place. Very, very, very intellectual crowd. Since I have served here for some time, sir, but it is not the case across India. It's a very unique place. I keep observing why this place is very unique. And the level of democratic participation at the ground is so strong in Dakshin Kannada for various reasons, sir. Always there is unique culture. So that is why in all indicators this is topping. In every single indicator in Karnataka, 10th standard, 12th standard marks, the ability of a panchayat to deliver better results, you are a person who knows it much better, sir. So I believe it should be people should have a collective spirit. This is my area, my land. That is the important part of a democracy. That right now is missing, sir. Many places it is going down. Apartment complexes, urbanization. When so much urbanization happens, people don't have the belief they are my people. Because in apartment, I don't even know who's my neighbor. I don't even know who's my left side guy. I don't even know who's standing at the top. In Pongal, in our village, we go and give Pongal to 10 people around us. They come to our home. Here, there's a sense of anonymity. So this is the biggest problem for democracy. Where there is a sense of anonymity, democracy starts failing. So in India, more urbanization. Thank you, madam. Thank you, madam. India, I hope more urbanization would not generate a feeling between you and me that you are from Belgaum settled in Mangalore, I am from Udupi settled in Mangalore, only namesake we are neighbors, unless I have a joint feeling. Even at night 1 o'clock, when you have some medical problem, you should be confident my neighbor will be the first guy with the car who will take me to the hospital. That is missing now, sir. So this is the number one challenge I see because of the rapid urbanization. The second challenge I see, the political parties have to become more statesmanship approach. If you look at parliament, what happens, sir? Parliament, what happens? Somebody brings a red color book to the parliament. I'm not taking anybody's name. I am being neutral to all political parties in a forum like this. And half the time it is like this country is backsliding, democracy is bad, constitution is bad. And they want to say divisive. When is the caste survey will happen? Will it happen tomorrow? Will it happen next week? Sir, we are talking of a country that is at 4 trillion now. Our demographic dividend is only there for the next 25 years. That's it. China had it from 1980 to 2005. Japan had for some time. India, it is only 25 years. If we miss it, we are gone. Next will be Nigeria's chance and some other country's chance. So this is the time when we have to talk about development, unity, taking the country forward. That should be the debate in a parliament or in a forum like this. Now the debate is about caste survey. Debate is about will it happen tomorrow morning? Will it happen next week? So that is where my second problem is, sir. The political party's language. What do we speak in a public forum? The third one, people will start losing respect on a political party when the political parties don't actually represent the people. We should speak their language, live the life of a common man. People should connect that he is my guy. So that is missing now. The politicians are becoming more elite nowadays. Slightly they are becoming more elite. Gone are the politics of 1960 and 70 where you are one among them. These three things I see as a big challenge, sir. The political leaders who are coming are becoming more elite now. The second challenge, urbanization, is a challenge. Next, the conversation in politics is not reflecting the ground reality. It is reflecting 1960s of our country. That is the three challenges I see. Thank you, sir.
So despite your feeling that politicians are becoming elite, our Prime Minister has a diametrically opposite view to that, in the sense that he doesn't want this entire VIP culture to be there. So do you think that the politicians are not taking a cue from the example that he's setting?
So PM is very clear, and PM, I think he thinks far ahead, is a very deep thinker. Exactly that is the point is going through. India has to be free of VIP culture, and no red color bulb and everything is remote, sir. He's taking that strain on himself to do that, do it. The second, a PM can control how many people, sir? PM is a living example. He lives his life like that. He lives his life of Sankalpa. That's a living example. It is for us politicians to take a cue from a person like Mr. Modi ji. Take a cue. How does he live his life? Are we more, how many politicians stay in a village, sir? How many politicians leave their home? Can we say 15 days outside my home, randomly in my constituency's home? That is what I'm talking of, the VIP culture. Am I with them? Padayatras, eating food with them, staying with them, understanding their problem, farming with them. So this a Prime Minister can't come and do, sir. He has done it. That is why he is the Prime Minister. The next generation of politics. In BJP is what, sir? Among the Indian politicians, you look. If you look at the 2024 elections, 751 political parties participated, sir. In our 2024, 751 political parties, 12,500 candidates gave their nomination in 543 seats. That is 23 candidates per seat. But BJP can put only 543. but the total candidate is 12,549. There are 12,000 more candidates than what a party like BJP can put. So I'm making an overall comment. There is Congress, there are regional parties, there is DMK, you are seeing somebody's dynasty, somebody's son. So we are looking at the overall politics of our country. There could be one BJP somewhere here. But for one BJP, there are 10 parties combined that is also equally in the other side. Dynastic parties like a DMK, dynastic parties like a DRS. So overall, for every of us to keep democracy alive and kicking, it is important the elite culture should not come in, and Modi ji is a prime living example of how to lead a democratic life.
You made a reference to you having served here in the past as an IPS officer. Predominantly, you served in this part. So how much of that has been an inspiration to what you have been doing now and where you are right now?
Sir, I think every place that you live, you take a part of it with you and you leave a part of you with them. So that is how life is always. And for me, this part, Dakshin Kannada, Udupi, Mangalore, Chikmagalur, this specific part, as I said, it's deeply democratic, and VIP culture is very less. And people question authority. People don't mind questioning authority. People just question authority, not like other parts of Karnataka. So that always makes you to keep humble. So you always stay humble, even powers and everything is with you. And more importantly, sir, this is a place where everybody is a high achiever in different fields, art, culture, professorship, everywhere there is a high achiever. So you're living in a high achievement space. This whole place is a high achievement space. So this naturally inspires you to become better every single day. Can you improve your best version of yesterday to a better version tomorrow? And second, sir, more importantly, I am more fascinated by the cultural assimilation of this place. Local, like I said, a Bhutakola or a function, or the small gods who reside in our villages. People have an affinity. People still trace their roots back to Goa, go and come back. Certain people who live here. And the village festival that happens in a big way. So that is very important. People don't forget their roots. And third one, sir, and this is also a place where a lot of people go abroad, and comparatively to other parts of Karnataka, other parts of India. But when I go outside, sir, I can very distinctly see a Mangalorean or a coastal Karnataka person, because his affinity to his hometown is so high. In Dubai or different Kuwait, I keep seeing in different associations, they keep tracking what is happening. They keep coming here. In the village festivals, they participate, because for them, the soil is everything. So this is an inspiration for me. For example, when we did a yatra called My Soil, My People, En Man, En Makkal, when we took that yatra across Tamil Nadu. So we had to do a 7 months yatra across all 234 assembly constituency. So nobody has done 234. You can walk a straight line, but you have to cross all 234 in 7 months. That was a very unique experience, because a lot of inspiration came from here. The way people are associated to their soil and cultural icons. This is a place that respects its cultural icons. It celebrates, it adores. So that is also very important for a growing person like me, that the roots are more important. The culture to which you belong is very important. You are an Indian first, of course, no doubt. At some point of time, your culture and your soil is also equally important. Indian first. Your culture and soil should come second or third or fourth somewhere. And everybody cannot be a global citizen to say, oh, borders doesn't exist. I am comfortable in America also, comfortable in London also, comfortable in Delhi also. That will not work, sir. You're an Indian first. At the same time, your culture and your soil should also find a prominence there. So that Dakshin Kannada keeps doing it.
On a level, there is a general perception that despite all the political differences and everything, at some level, adjustment politics also keeps happening. So is this a view that you subscribe to, say, in the sense that I oppose you on the face of it, but at some point, because of our various business dealings or because of some other dealings, we come together?
So politics is essentially the art of compromising, sir. And no politics happens in a straight line, and politics is always an art of compromise. Mahatma Gandhi got independence only by compromise, and he never said non-cooperation movement, something happened, he said, I'm calling back. Quit India movement, he said, I'm going to handle it like this. I am also going to treat the British with respect, at the same time I'm going to do this. I'm willing for a negotiation by attending roundtable conference in London, at the same time I'll oppose this. Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose is also a classic example. People say Subhash Chandra Bose is a very hardline guy. No, sir. He is a great, masterful tactician. I'm just hoping and praying a good movie will come on Subhash Chandra Bose ji very soon, because the youngsters get connected more with movies than with the book. To show he was also essentially a person who was hard as well as soft. So politics is essentially compromise. And let us take Modi ji as an example, sir. Let us take Article 370 as an example. 2014, we got a majority. Modi ji did not remove 370. And everybody is like, no, every manifesto, every time BJP will say we will remove 370. Now you got majority, why you did not do? When did we remove 370, sir? We removed 370 in August 2019, right after the first 5-year election got over, 2019 starting. But to remove 370, you had to have an alliance with Madam Mufti. You have to become a part of the government. So you started there. In a long process of democracy, you ended here. So I keep telling my people also, if BJP was not part of the Jammu and Kashmir government at one point of time, possibly 370 would not have happened. Removal would not have happened. So there is a time and place for everything. Sometimes the nature creates that condition. You just have to wait. Because knowing Modi ji, this party, Jansangh, last our first leader, Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, 50s, waited every single time. Look at Vajpayee ji, sir. Vajpayee ji had so many alliance partners. Jayalalitha madam walked out. She said, I'm walking out. Government fell. That too, an opposite party like DMK. Tamil Nadu, DMK and BJP are like North Pole and South Pole kind of party. DMK was part of our alliance for 5 years, 99 to 2004. And when people ask, oh, you are part of, what is the difference between BJP and DMK? Both of you are part of an alliance at some point of time. With the due respect to Vajpayee ji, what he must have thought is, let me show to this world what a BJP government can be in 5 years. Because till then it was only a Congress government, or a Janata government, a mostly Congress government, or a Congress supported government. So a person like Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji has to patient, tolerant, take everybody along, such a big group, run it for 5 years. Only then Indian people knew, oh, BJP government is different. They are non-corrupt. They put development first. That made Modi ji to come to power. If Vajpayee ji did not form a government for 5 years, if Vajpayee said, no, politics is straight line. I don't want your 14 MPs, get out. Probably India might not have seen what a BJP government is. I keep telling them, for a youngster like me, that is also a lesson, though I don't compromise much. But it is also a lesson I'm trying to learn. Sometimes in boxing also, sir, you take a back foot because your front foot punch comes stronger. Because you can't always be in the front foot. So I am also learning it. I am not a big compromiser myself, but I am trying where it needs, take a back foot. Because in the long-term perspective, for the nation, for the state, sometimes putting your head down is actually not a wrong thing. And Vajpayee ji put his head down. Only then he was able to give 5 years, sir. Now we are enjoying the fruits of Modi ji for 10 years and many, many years to come.
Okay, before I throw the floor open to the audience for questions, one personal question to you, Mr. Annamalai. When will we see you back wearing your footwear?
Sir, leaving a footwear, I don't know, sir. The best way to answer this question is, I think as a politician, you get triggered by many things. Because you see so many things, you're not supposed to hear so many things. At many a times, you feel helpless. As a cop, at least you can do something to help people. So many a time you work within a system, you're also frustrated. Sometimes first gear, sometimes fifth gear, sometimes reverse gear. You put all kinds of gear, you drive a vehicle. But this Anna University thing, it really affected me personally, sir. Why it affected me? Because every day, other day a friend was saying, oh, you removed your chapel, you have beaten yourself, don't you think it is right? Because every day one rape or the other happens, every day one murder happens, every day molestation happens. If you start beating yourself for every rape, then where is the course? Don't you think you are emotional? He asked me this question. I said, look, I agree with you. In a country like India, such a big population, crimes do happen. Any crime, offense against a woman is shameful, it is bad. But many a time you are always in the reactive side. After it happens, you go and arrest the accused. Sometimes you can create a safe place. But what happened in Anna University is, this is a student right inside Anna University, in the campus, sir. In the campus. That is 2 kilometers from Raj Bhavan, 3 kilometers from CM's house. Possibly there is the only space the girl could have felt comfortable. Oh, my college, my space, my compound wall. Who is she walking with whom she is talking is not my business. That is her private life. 23rd of December 2024, a person enters Anna University, goes inside, all the CCTV cameras are off, molests this child, girl, walks out brazenly. 2 days later, FIR gets filed. Because the girl did not make a single mistake, sir. She is in her safe space, inside her university, not in the street also. Not at night 12 o'clock, at 8 o'clock in the evening. Then the worst part, the FIR gets leaked next day. FIR, whatever is there, it is there online. You know the girl's name, you know the girl's father's name, you know the address, you know the girl's mobile number. Every single thing, whole of Tamil Nadu knows. Whole FIR is leaked. My anger is, the system has failed. Political parties can fail, sir. Every 5 years there is a change. CM can fail. People will throw the CM out after 5 years. That is not a problem. But here, the system has failed. The police have failed. You are supposed to arrest that accused, but knowing fully well he belongs to a political party, you have leaked the FIR. The same accused has done the same crime in 2014, in the same space. You did not even put a watch on him. This fellow brazenly, he commits 18 more offenses. Not molestation, 18 other different offenses. First being a molestation. Again, 20th offense he does this. So where is your record? Where is the Thanedar? Where is your station rowdy register? Third, you do so much drama because he belongs to a ruling party. So my act was an act of desperation to tell to Tamil Nadu public, wake up, wake up. Here, system has failed. You and me can say to our daughter, please study well, go to NIT Surathkal, please study well, go to whatever college in Mangalore. But what happens in NIT Surathkal is not your control and my control, sir. So as a parent, I can take my child to NIT Surathkal's gate. The system has to take care inside. Here, the system has failed. That is where my anger is coming. So now I believe whatever I did is an act of penance. In deep rural villages, people do it. And punishing yourself is an extreme form of penance is my thing. So I've left my chapel. So my thing is very clear. This ruling party has to go. Next party has to come. Systemic reforms have to come in. Tamil Nadu has to change. It takes 1.5 years. It takes 7.5 years. I don't know. Whatever time it takes, I'm not going to wear my chapel, sir. I hope it gets sooner.
Well, we have heard, one second. We have heard a wide range of ideas come out of Mr. Annamalai. And he has also very clearly said that he's here in the game for a long run and that he's not looking at a short-term approach to be where he needs to be. With this, I would like to take questions. If the volunteers can please pass the mic. I know a lot of hands are going up, but the volunteers, please.
Vanakkam Anna, my direct question is, I think yesterday or day before, CM of Tamil Nadu gave one statement saying that he mentioned the girl's name who committed, he said that she committed suicide because of the phobia of NEET exam. Okay? When he has so much of Vishala Hridayam, why he can't take 1 minute, at least forget empathy? Sympathy sake, why he's not taking care of Anna University? One question is that. Other question is, recently Governor of Tamil Nadu walked out of the parliament because national anthem was not respected. And CM Stalin did a strike against the governor. every time they are the one who say secularism, secularism. I don't think it's a secularism, it's a secularism. Sick mind, always people think about secularism. So what is your point of view?
I'll take the second question first. Please have a seat. Thank you so much. I'll take the second question first. Tamil Nadu is a very deeply emotional state, and I always keep telling, in Tamil Nadu to do politics, you got to operate with heart, not with mind, and it's a mind that connects more because it's a state which respects heroes, adores them, and people do, for some leaders, birthdays, people put goat's blood, milk, and even I was surprised initially why all these things happen. Until it happened to me at a point of time. After the Coimbatore elections, loss of mine, 2-3 cadres cut their fingers and threw it off. They just cut their fingers and threw it off. Then people shaved their head, people took their thing, and people walked barefooted. I felt so bad, so embarrassed. And I shouted at somebody, I told this is not done, this is unfair. And cutting your finger, I think, till I die, that will be in my heart that somebody has cut a finger. And probably he has got a wife, he has got a son, and he's going to live without a finger in his hand. It's a very emotional state. Emotional sometimes is good, sometimes is bad. And not all the time it is good, not all the time it is bad. So in that context, I will take the governance issue. Tamil Nadu Assembly, like Karnataka rightly has a state anthem and a state flag. Tamil Nadu in 1960 chose to have a state song. In 1991, when Madam Jayalalitha became Tamil Nadu's chief minister, she decided to make state and national anthem as part of the assembly. State anthem as a part of the assembly. So 1991 onwards, the state song started singing in assembly. The governor is also right that he believes in the MHA guidelines, wherever the governor goes, at the starting, national anthem should be sung, at the ending, national anthem should be sung. In Tamil Nadu, at the starting, state song is sung, at the end, national anthem is sung. It is not that national anthem is not sung. National anthem is sung at the end, all the time. So governor is like, national anthem should be sung at the beginning, it should be sung at the end. Let the state song be first, national anthem be second in order. Finish the proceedings, end with national anthem. Nothing wrong. So it is a question of pure ego. And Tamil Nadu respects national anthem so much. When our former CDS, the Chief of Defence Service, he died. From Ooty to Coimbatore Airport is almost 60 kilometers approximately, 65 kilometers. Almost 80% of the roadside, people stood. People stood. People stood to the left of the road, right of the road, in crowds. And when CDS body was passing through the road, people said, Veera Vanakkam. Veera Vanakkam is brave salute to you. And this is a state that has produced largest number of freedom fighters for a long time. Veerabandi Kattabomanta. It's a deeply patriotic state. It is just an aberration DMK has come for some time in between. Because human history, when did dinosaurs live 140 million years back? How big is the earth? It is 6 billion years ago. And how long is democracy? 3,000 years. In that 40 years is DMK. That's how you should see democracy. And 40 years is an aberration. It is not that they are going to change, and it's just a matter of time. It's a deeply patriotic state. And very soon you will see changes once the new government comes. Coming to the first question, it is very unfortunate a state that is used to give a lot of people to civil service. We have come down. We have come down to 40s and 30s. IIT is coming down. IIM is coming down. Because the quality of education is coming down. I keep arguing among the southern states, the last ACER report, ACER is a study that is done class 3, class 5 and class 8 to see the quality of a child's education. Tamil Nadu ranks last among the south states. We are last among Karnataka, Telangana, Kerala. So I keep telling, look, focus on that. The government schools are dilapidating, the quality is coming down, and in that, you have created a fear of an exam. You have created a fear of an exam. Already the quality is coming down. You have created a fear of an exam. Politicians, by our stupid speeches, just before NEET, every politician will say, no, NEET will not come this year. I will make sure NEET will not enter Tamil Nadu. NEET will come, NEET exam will happen. So just the day before exam, suicides happened. The day after exam, suicides happened. That is becoming a recurring pattern, unfortunately. I told in a public speech also, when the first time opposition leader Mr. M.K. Stalin said something and a suicide happened, you should have booked him for abatement of suicide. You should have arrested him. Since you did not do that, he became a chief minister now. When normal people you book abatement to suicide, why politicians you are not booking abatement to suicide? It is a politician who provokes, who vitiates. Then what happens? There was a problem between syllabus, that is, Tamil Nadu, for your kind information, last year the All India topper came from Tamil Nadu. In the top 10 ranks, 4 ranks came from Tamil Nadu. Top 100, many ranks came from Tamil Nadu. But still the politician wants to take a odd 1% here, 1% there, and then say this has happened, so Tamil Nadu rejects NEET, which is a very unfortunate political narrative they are trying to set.
Namaskar and Vanakkam, sir. Here, on your left. First of all, my name is Prajwal, and my biggest pranams to you for perfectly balancing out the intricate interplay between dharma and politics, sir. And my question is very straight, might be personal as well. During the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, I was in my final month of my post-graduation, and we were talking about Tamil Nadu politics, based on the Enmand and Makkal Yatra as well. And we saw Annamalai somehow becoming the flag bearer of BJP and winning elections. What was that aspect which made Annamalai lose both the MP and the MLA elections, sir?
Oh, thank you so much for the question, brother. I'm happy that you asked this question. I think politics in Tamil Nadu, you have to make a choice. How do you do politics in Tamil Nadu? For example, please have a seat. For example, I said, in Coimbatore, I will not pay any money for votes, which I said on record. I said anybody can come and check, and I'll not pay money for votes. So where it takes me, because somewhere a change has to start. Let me put a seed. I cannot make a statement here, but when you come to Coimbatore, you can say, when the parties who wants to be there in Coimbatore defeat a person at any cost, when you pay 300, 500, then another 500, 3 installments you pay, 1,300. It right or wrong, it sways people. It sways people. That is where I have a problem with the Election Commission also. It sways people. And second, you are taking on, so my job in Tamil Nadu right now is, like many leaders, it is like flying a plane. This engine is on repair it. Suddenly they say a passenger is complaining, no water. I go inside, give water. Then they say the left engine is on fire. I have to go to the left engine. When they say the pilot is missing, go take care of the plane also. Then they say it is turbulent, somehow land the plane. So all these things we are doing. Build an organization, put people in the booth, create a narrative, bring nationalism, anti-nationalist fellows, keep them out, then win elections also. So, since you are doing everything at every single point of time, not me, all the leaders and everybody, they are doing for ages. Now this is an election, we consciously said we will contest alone. We'll contest alone. Because broadening the party at the point of time is very important. Our national leadership also felt, let us expand. Tamil Nadu, for your kind information, in the last 20 years, I'm talking of after Vajpayee ji, okay, I'll go back 28 years, right from 1996. BJP has contested only in 20% of geographical space. 80% we never contested. We never put a candidate. Because in 80% it's an alliance partner. We used to contest 5 seats, 6 seats, 7 seats. That is our, out of 39. And where you don't contest, the leadership is not developed. Winning or losing, when you contest, there will be a booth president, there will be a mandal guy, there will be district level people. They will get trained about elections. Then 5-10 years down the line, they'll become a fighting machine. Correct? So this time we are very happy. From 20% geographical area, we reached 70% geographical area. We have crossed 70% now. So 70% the party contested. 2026 also, it is not a certain I'm going to win. 2026 also, it is the same path I believe I should take. Every party will come, they will do adjustment politics with candidates. Moment I am announced as candidate of Coimbatore, DMK said, Till then it was communist, but we will change our candidate to DMK. Communists cannot stand. 20 years communists were standing. If communist stands, BJP will win. So DMK stood after 20 years. So they will do all kinds of drama. But I keep telling people, we need only 5 years in Tamil Nadu. Whenever we get that 5 years, we will change Tamil Nadu. Only 5 years. We might get it next 5. We might get it the year after 5. But we need only 5 years. Once people see us for 5 years, Tamil Nadu will never leave BJP from then. So we just need that 5. To get that 5, it's a work in progress. You got to fight, struggle, get that belief in people that we will do the dharmic way. Now let us imagine you take the shortcut. Okay, I'll pay vote for money, I'll do this. I will also do whatever they are doing. Probably the base will not be strong, brother. I personally believe in Tamil Nadu, Jammu and Kashmir and Northeast fires. Only then people will realize the full potential of Bharat. Full potential of Bharat is when Tamil Nadu, Jammu and Kashmir and Northeast fires. Fully, it should be like full engine on. Like Karnataka engine is on, full fired, double cylinder, 25, you can push it to 25, 28 MPs, just a matter of time. Karnataka can always get 28, just a matter of time, because it's a different kind of flavor of state. It's supposed Modi ji, big way. And that has to happen. So, patience. And first is mobilization. And first, yatra and politics is mobilizing, bringing people. In politics, first is narrative. People should not talk about you. After talking, only conversion will happen. I hope that we are in the talking space now. 2026 conversion will happen and possibly we should win seats. And once we win, then there is no looking back. Thank you, brother.
Sir, good evening, sir. This way. Sir, I have a question. Regarding the Hindi as a national language, which has been a burning issue since many years, since the BJP government has come to power. So recently, we all know that in the media, different media networks, that what cricketer Ashwin has told, that it is not a national language, it is just a language to speak with different people. To which you have told that it is a link language as well as it is a language of convenience. So what I have to say, if in case it is a language of convenience, a person from Tamil Nadu may say that, okay, see, Tamil is a very old language, so let Tamil be a language of convenience. Similarly, a person from Bengal may say that our national anthem is in Bengali language, so let it be a language of convenience. So what's your take on this regarding Hindi as a language of convenience?
Ashwin is a good person and he represents our country at the highest level for a long time. Very nationalistic, very patriotic person. I know him very personally well also. He's a dear friend. And he has represented our country. We have to understand that he put his heart and soul to play for India. When Ashwin speaks something, knowing him well as a person, it is not that Ashwin speaks like a political party person from Tamil Nadu to say, no, we are different, you are different. It didn't come from that context. I think Ashwin's answer came from a context where he did not want to bring down Hindi. He did not want to bring any language down. At the same time, he wanted to give more respect for his mother tongue. I think that is the context. With that, I'll answer. Because normally when we see in the TV of somebody speaking something, without context, we might understand something. So Ashwin is a highly patriotic, a person who represents our nation at the highest level. Last year in Kashi Tamil Sangamam is, the Prime Minister does this every year, where a group of Tamil people go to Kashi and PM comes and then they travel around Kashi, get a flavor of a typical Varanasi culture. So PM introduced that technology. So everybody who was there, PM gave a earphone, Bhashini, using a software called Bhashini. PM's speech was getting real-time translated. All of us were wearing it. And that's the first time in India. A PM chose to give a tool to all the people who are there. And PM speaking in Hindi is being translated to Tamil with 1 to 2 second lag. After that, PM sir asked the feedback. How was the feedback and everything? We said that feedback is good. It's great, sir. This is what it is. Improvement and everything. So we have to understand the mindset of our PM. The PM is very clear. As far as he is concerned, All languages of our country are national languages. That is the importance they are giving. It is not that government of India says this is bigger, this is smaller, this is not right. Now the problem, you and me have to find a solution to this age-old problem. Now we have two options in front of us. I can take the mic and become like a DMK guy and say, anybody writing a LIC clerk will write a letter in Hindi. Some guy mistakenly will write one Hindi letter to Tamil person. It will be LIC lower division staff. For which CM will write a letter to PM. You are imposing Hindi in Tamil Nadu, I will not accept. If you find out who wrote that letter where, it will be an LIC second division clerk writing to an office correspondence. CM will be writing. That is one option we have. Second option is to solve this problem in our generation. So I believe no language can be a common language of everybody over a point of time. So Karnataka is a very unique state because the kind of Kannada pride I've seen here, I haven't seen in any other state. Own flag, own anthem, and kind of respect people give. Likewise, Tamil Nadu is also. So, language of convenience when I come to Mangalore for me is Kannada. When I go to Delhi for me is Hindi. So, that is why PM in the new education policy, he has made a big shift to say, learn your mother tongue, learn your English, speak one Indian language. PM is not saying speak Hindi. In the 1968 first education policy, 1986 second education policy, Hindi was compulsory. Compulsory. Third language is Hindi. PM is saying, okay, you want to learn Hindi, Hindi, learn Hindi. You want to learn Urdu, Tamil, learn Tamil, Kannada. In Tamil Nadu, even that is opposed. All political parties don't want a three-language formula. We want a three-language formula. We are like, okay, Tamil we are learning, English we are learning. There are a lot of Kannadigas in Tamil Nadu. They want to learn Kannada, their children. A lot of Telugu people in Chennai, they want to learn Telugu. So that is the trend we are moving. Let us start learning new languages, but nothing should be out of force. Nothing should be out of force. Nobody can come and put something in my head to say you learn my language. That will never work in our country. So Ashwin came from that space to say, there is nothing called a national language. At the same time, let us respect our language. Unfortunately, in the media, it got blown out of proportion is my answer.
We have already exceeded the time given to us, and I am very certain that every person in this audience would like to ask Annamalai a question. So before, this will be the last question that we'll be throwing open to the audience. The gentleman has been standing there for quite some time. Audience, I'm extremely sorry. I know a lot of hands are still going up, but we need to stop it here. So that will be the last question for the gentleman in the white shirt. Oh, sorry, we have one more.
Good evening, my highly respected Annamalai sir. This is Veerabhadra. I am learning in UG first year degree at Alvast Educational Institution. I am over the moon to ask few words in front of you because when I was small kid, you visited our school for the visually impaired in Chikmagalur, but I had no opportunity to interact with you. But today, I am very fortunate fellow, and I have been waited since 6th standard for this moment. I am so grateful to you. My question to you is that the term socialist, we cannot come across in the original constitution. Later, it has been added through the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. Could you please let us know about its impact on Indian democracy in future?
So that's a
Thank you, brother. Can you please sit down? Yeah.
Thank you, Veerabhadra.
Wherever you're comfortable in your chair, wherever you're comfortable. Thank you, thank you. Brother Veerabhadra, it's a great pleasure to kind of finally meet you. I think in Chikmagalur, I remember the school have come. Thank you so much. It's a long journey. Both of us are meeting after multiple years. You're studying in Alvas. I'm a farmer now. Thank you so much. It's a great privilege to answer your question. When the constitutional debate was happening, a senior member of the Constituent Assembly, in 1948, he said the terms socialist should be part of the preamble. Because the preamble till the 42nd Amendment was sovereign democratic republic. Madam Indira Gandhi, after the emergency she imposed on 25th June 1975, she brought the 42nd Amendment to add 2 words to the preamble. She said, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. She used 2 words she added, called secular and socialism. 1948, when somebody proposed to add socialist to the preamble then, I am only repeating Dr. B.R. Ambedkarji's answer, what he gave in 1948. He said, it is not right to add the word socialist to the preamble for the simple reason. The people of this country should choose the kind of economic condition they want to live. It could be socialism today, it could be something else tomorrow, it could be something 30 years down the line. It is not right in the Constituent Assembly to use socialist as the word and force people to operate in a certain way. This is B.R. Ambedkarji's answer, and people respected him, and people chose not to add the word socialist in the original preamble. Then Madam Indira Gandhi in 42nd Amendment chose to bring these 2 things, and which is very wrong for 2 reasons. One, our country, we lost a lot of growth in the initial 50 years only because we had a 5-year plan which was copied exactly from Russia, which was more a communist form of government. First 5 years we said the priority is industry, all money will go to industry. Second 5 year, the priority is irrigation, all money will go to irrigation. Third 5 year, the priority is public enterprise, all the money will go to public enterprise. So we basically killed the entrepreneurship spirit of our citizens. India as a country in 1730, if you look at the global GDP, our contribution was somewhere around 22%, 1730. For more reading, there is a person called Angus Madison from Cambridge. You Google and read his research. We had that much, 22% of the global GDP with us. So right now we are having something like 2.3, 2.4%. Because we killed the entrepreneurship spirit of this country for the first 50 years by bringing this 5-year plan where there is no zeal for a common man to do it. Then 1975 emergency, you want to bring socialism on top of preamble also, which we are living with that now, and which deliberate insertion into the parliament, which was against the wishes of Ambedkar. Now it is broken after 1991. The economic liberalization, the current Modi ji government, now it is broken. So nobody is telling you the resources are allocated, or license Raj system, government red tapeism. Of course it is still there, it's not completely gone. But Modi ji has made sure at least 80-90% is gone. So maybe once Veerabhadra passes out of Alwas and starts a company in the next 5 years, and you will see the remaining 10% will also go. So probably you will get into a country where the country will recognize you for your spirit. Thank you so much.
And the final question.
Great
for
privilege. Thank you.
So, sir, I have a question. I am Advocate Sachin Nayak. Sir, my question is, since we are a secular state, why is there interference of government in temple administration only? Also, be it a BJP ruled state or non-BJP ruled states, everywhere none of the governments are doing anything about it. Because when we are a secular state, why only the temples are being administered by the state? That is my question, sir. Because temples should be administered only by the devotees more than the state, is what I feel.
Again, sir, secular word in preamble, when it wanted to come, please have a seat, Sachin, sir. Yes, sir. When it came, Ambedkar ji gave a beautiful explanation during the Constituent Assembly debate. He said, India by its very nature is secular. When somebody wanted to add the word secular to the Constitution, he said, by very nature, this country is secular. That too, this is coming from a person like Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who has faced untouchability at its worst form. If anybody has read through Ambedkarji's life from 1891 till he died in 1956, I don't think anybody has gone through untouchability like what Ambedkar has gone. Even after studying from Columbia, studying from London School of Economics, Grace, and still he came back to India, people refused to sit with him and have food, which he writes beautifully. And even Ambedkar felt secular is ingrained in our country's ethos, which is a Hindu way of life, though he never mentioned overtly a Hindu way of life. In a Hindu way of life, secularism is a part of our life. But now we inserted a word called secular, and again during the emergency 42nd amendment to say this is a secular country. In Tamil Nadu, we have made a promise. We made the promise in front of Srirangam temple. Srirangam is the number one among the 108 temples people go. We made a promise the day BJP comes to power in Tamil Nadu, the Temple Administration Act will be thrown to the dustbin the day we come. The reason is very clear because each state might have a peculiar thing. But for Tamil Nadu, I can answer in the next 2-3 minutes. Because, one, it is very unfortunate you have an endowment department which controls temples only, not the other religious places. Very unfortunate. Second, even there, you want to use this department to suppress the feelings of Hindu. 2 weeks back, there was a comedy in Tamil Nadu. A person wanted to put money in a hundi. We advise people not to put money in hundi because the state is looting, don't put. But this guy bravely wanted to put money in hundi. In the process, his Apple iPhone fell into the hundi. Then it became such a big ruckus. It became a political point. Then we said iPhone should be given free to him because it is his iPhone. The Tamil Nadu endowment minister said, no, it's Lord's property because anything falling in hundi is Lord's property. I will not give thing. Then we made a joke. Even you don't give the gold to Lord also. Lord's gold also you are stealing. So how will you give a cell phone? Do you know the solution it was arrived at? The temple administration said we will auction the cell phone after a week, last week. The first right will be given to the person who lost his cell phone. And that guy, same cell phone, he gave 10,000 rupees and took it back. So it got 10,000. So ridiculous things are happening. You proved it is your cell phone, your photo, your proof. Even for retrieving your accidental cell phone, you paid 10,000 in the thing and give. And Tamil Nadu, I think you know, we have more than 4,25,000 acre under the endowment department. 4,25,000 acre. Tamil Nadu endowment department doesn't submit to CAG. The CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General, audits everything, SIRS airport, everything it audits. But only thing in India that doesn't come under CAG is Tamil Nadu's endowment department. Because in the books you see, in Tiruchendur temple alone, close to 8,000 cows are missing. People have given cow dana. Cow is nowhere to be found. Either they sold it or some fellow went and took the cow away. All the temple gold, they want to put it in a thing and make it into a gold bar. So a lot of confusion. So we have taken a very practical administrative viewpoint to protect the interest of a certain community. It has to go. The second option is, again the union government has got power to enter into endowment. I think you're coming there. You are a lawyer, you know it. If anybody reads the constitution very carefully, the union government has got powers to interfere into an endowment. It has got powers. If any state government thinks the central government cannot enter into endowment, they are sadly mistaken. The constitution gives the power. I am forgetting the entry number now. I hope Kalladaka Prabhakar Bhattji is there, such a senior leader. And for Article 370, they waited so many years. And who knows, maybe next year the central government can put their hand on endowment. Anything can happen. So let us be patient. I think everybody is watching. Central government has got powers. As a lawyer, you know, tomorrow nobody can say you cannot come into my Kuke Subramania, you cannot come. They can always come. I hope and pray if the state government is failing, the central government should come. But again, I said, my brother, politics is patience, politics is compromise. Not everything can happen on one day, but everything will happen in one day. So let us wait for that day.
Well, sorry, we have totally run out of time. We were supposed to start at 5, end at 6. We started at 5:20 and it is 6:50. So that explains the popularity of Annamalai. That explains the clarity of his thoughts. That explains the purpose of his being here, his vision. And we hope for greater things from him in the future. All the best to you, sir. And thank you. Thank you, audience. You have been patient and wonderful. Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you, Mr. Annamalai, for sharing your thought-provoking insights and also engaging the audience throughout the session. And also special thanks to Mr. Jaideep Shenoy for moderating this dynamic session with such expertise. ಇದೀಗ ನೆನಪಿನ ಕಾಣಿಕೆಯನ್ನ 2